Hello, this is David Birch at StarPath School of Navigation with an illustration of a point in an article in our blog post, this one on the National Digital Forecast Database. And this is a process for getting this data from NOAA directly. And towards the end of this article, I want to point out something here before I go. I'm going to look at a first example of the Hawaii high-resolution regional data that is supposed to be forecasted every 3 hours out to 72 hours. That's on, and then it's updated every hour at about 5 minutes past the hour. Oh no, about 5 minutes before each hour. So that's the data we're going to get. And I point that out because I did this just a while ago and had a bit of a surprise, but it's the truth. Now I'm scrolling down here to the end of the article to show you the exact examples. Okay, so I'm going to come back to this in a minute and do the data directly from this index here. But let's just download these two right here to show how easy this is. And we'll see where this comes from this index. But there's a link right in the article you can play with. So I just click that to download it. And that downloaded the wind direction. Now I click here. This is from that article. Download the wind speed and wind speed and wind direction. So there they are. They're downloaded. Now, oops, I didn't mean to do that. They're downloaded, and here is Expedition. And I just do this. I just grab these from here, put that over there. Remember, that's just the wind speed. You don't see anything yet. Now I drag this over here and put it there, and there's that. So now we've got the vector winds for this data, but here's the surprising thing. And well, first of all, look how nice this is. It shows this this nice channeling down here through these mountain peaks and so on. But what I noticed the last time is it wasn't updating like it was supposed to. This is the official data from the government. I've checked it with other browsers, other means. And let's see what we go here. This is 9 o'clock, the first point of data back all the way. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock, and then I'm going forward. There's 12 o'clock, no change. Look at that, no change, no change. It changes every 12 hours only. Next, 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 next. 12 hours. So that's not right, and I have to call them to see why that is, but it's important to notice that this can happen. Okay, so that happened. A little bit of a surprise. Now let's just, and I haven't checked this yet, I'll do this together. So what I'm doing is back in this article, I'm clicking this index to all the products, and that brought us to here. And we can always take the full CONUS. The CONUS has been bulletproof. That's discussed in the article. That's been bulletproof. But this link is the entire United States. This link here would be the northeast segment. The southeast segment's just around Florida and so on. But let's look at some really remarkable high-resolution data at Puerto Rico. That must be this one. So I click that, and this again, when you come here, you get two files. One is folders. One is days 1 to 3, and the other is days 4 to 7. So I go to days 1 to 3. And do the same thing. Now look, here's the point brought up in the article. These are going to come down with the same exact names. So if I take Winder and bring it down, see now I got Winder 1. Now I got to remember Winder 1 is Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. And let's see, wind speed. So this would be now wind speed 1. Okay, so that's there. So now let's just drag those. Where are they? This is basically a link to the downloads folder, right? It's a downloads folder. So I'm bringing that over and dropping that in, number 1, and bringing that over and dropping that in. I think I got that okay. But now we're not here in Hawaii. We're over in the over here, you see, in the Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. And again, we see this remarkable high-resolution data. Now let's just see if it's updating like it's supposed to. It's starting out at 9 o'clock. It should be every 3 hours. Now I go next. Where's next? Forward. 12 o'clock. See, this one's working. So something, now look at this. This is really remarkable data. So it's probably state of the art. Look at this kind of strange behavior right here. And so these kind of patterns are, we don't see them with the cruder data. And so this one is updating properly. I'm going to have to call NOAA and find out what the situation was with that Hawaii one. I must say, in the last week or so, I've downloaded that Hawaii one maybe 15 or 20 times, and it's always been exactly right. But I don't want to throw away this example of showing that it was wrong. But anyway, that's the way it's done. It's extremely simple. And as a way to get the very best, in principle, this is the best data the U.S. has to offer for U.S. waters and these outside regions. That's the end of the video.